you don't always have to be everything to everyone. So in technology and especially in the startup world, I remember vividly we had some great ideas and we wanted to try to execute on all of them. And when you do that and you go to market, a lot of times one or two will work and the three or four fall low, right, or fall flat. And when you have people, their salaries or livelihood relying on you, that's tough. I remember this vividly. My boss and mentor at the time, AJ Cohn, and I were talking and saying, we got to get into technology. This was in 1997, so a time where, if we're about to get into it, it was pre-bubble burst in the first internet bubble. And I was in fundraising for university, which, felt good, but I knew that there was more that I could give and more that I could do. So I remember vividly talking to him, and we both said, we're going to do this. He and his wife moved to Silicon Valley area, and my wife and I moved to Chicago. And the funny story is, at the time I interviewed for, just 20, 30 companies because there were just so many startups in the dot-com era. The one I landed on, I was with for almost a little over 9 years, same company. And my buddy who went to Silicon Valley, he was in and out of 10, 20 jobs, many startups, and ended up blogging about his experiences and how crazy it was. So I just was very fortunate to find one and stuck with it in Chicago. Before Tenant Tracker, I developed a small building on the south side of Indy, and I was doing it literally in spreadsheets, almost exactly as our sales pitch. I had a spreadsheet, I had big name clients like Goodwill and Verizon, and just working with them as an individual, I realized how behind I was. And instead of hitting our mark and getting our tenants open for business early, which if that happens, that means they're ringing the register earlier, that means we get rent sooner because everything starts a little sooner. Well, instead we deliver late. And if you deliver late, there's major costs involved in that, and maybe even penalties involved in that. So I personally felt that pain. And so it was a little foreshadowing for me in my career that one day I'd get to help, kind of steer this software to the same people that like me, just on a larger scale, to help them solve their pain points. Going from technology to real estate and sort of back in technology, there's a little part in the middle there where I hit a wall. So what I mean by that is, after I left the job that I worked for in Chicago, I did consulting on the technology side while getting my broker's license in real estate and doing basically all hands on deck real estate, property management, accounting, leasing, sales, everything. And in that middle part, I hit a wall on the technology side because I saw myself potentially falling behind as the new era of technology and startups happened and the new wave of investments and VC money went into technology. So this is probably now maybe 4 years ago when I felt like I really hit that wall, and I thought if I don't find something new and exciting in the new modern era of technology, then I would go further and further behind. And so I solved that by reaching out and luck would have it, meeting with another entrepreneur, a couple entrepreneurs on the East Coast, and helping them get their startup off the ground. And with that, it kind of reinvigorated me to help others in the startup world. And the next year, literally, is when Mike and I started talking, and I was able to jump into Tenant Tracker with both feet. This wasn't just a consulting gig, right? This was something that I really wanted to be all in on. But by doing that, in fact, when I first met with Mike, he's like, dude, there's no money here. You have to go and raise the money if you want to pay your salary, if you want to get revenue for the company and bring in employees, that's on you. And so that's not just fill out an application and take a job. That was I had to be all in, and if I wasn't, we would definitely, we would fail. If I hadn't have been all in, we wouldn't have had that. And I say but with the team around me as well. If we hadn't been all in on what we were doing, there's no way we'd be sitting here telling you my story today.